Friday meetup, bridge makers. We got all kinds of fun adventures ahead. Probably fun and sad. Because we do the mix. We tell the truth about the hard things, and we also enjoy the delightful things.
Mm.
So before we jump into kind of just what's the most pressing thing in our awareness right now as community builders, I'm curious about norms. How do we build a group that makes the right container for us tonight? So either contributing a norm that Bridgemakers usually likes to show or talk about, or contributing your own, something you've noticed in other groups that you think could be useful to try tonight. Who would like to start?
Mm.
My controllers don't want to cooperate. I was muted. I
Oh,
can start.
okay.
So I don't know how to toggle mute in hand tracking mode.
Mm.
Yeah, as far as norms, we've got I'd say like our basics of being on orange so that we don't have people randomly joining and not knowing what they're coming into.
Okay, that's a good one. So, and orange just means if you open your menu axle, you just can change your status. So, square menu. Like if you're on a desktop, you use escape to get to the square menu, and then up at the top left-hand corner, you should see your name, Axel, and there's a green dot underneath it. But if you click on it, it's going to bring the big menu up. You can click on the green dot one more time, and you should be able to change it to orange. And
so like the do not disturb stuff and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, orange or red, basically. You got it. That way, we're not going to necessarily be surprised by people you meet that are just trying to join on you and they don't know that we're doing a group. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Carl. All right. Who wants to go next?
I've been sort of thinking a bit more about just the really small details in the ways we interact with people. Like just looking at the person who's talking, acknowledging things they say, and, even just the slight little waves to people if they figure something out or if they're joining into the group.
Really well
Which can be
put.
really easily overlooked, but it makes a space feel a lot more human when you're just, looking at the
Absolutely.
people you're talking to and
Including on
interacting,
desktop.
I guess.
Yeah, in whatever form. Just giving that almost like
I used to be on desktop and people would forget I was on desktop because I wouldn't just, be talking
just
like
be
this and scanning
frozen.
people. I would look at
Right.
them, I would like sit
Yeah.
down, I had
Nod
face
your
tracking as
head.
well, which definitely helped.
Oh, wow.
But it's just, remembering that you are a person and that you can be one, I guess.
Are you saying you can do face tracking on desktop?
You can, yeah. This was before the
Yeah.
selfie expression. You can have I basically would just have my webcam input go into the face tracking program.
That's great.
And it doesn't really get the eyes, but I had pretty accurate mouth tracking.
Oh,
And I custom modified my avatar to make it even more expressive. My tail would wag whenever I would smile and all of that.
Wow.
It was great.
I know people use like eye tracking on 2D for like Elite Dangerous spaceship game, so you don't have to like control your view. You can just look around and it pans around for you.
Yeah. Wow. This is so beyond me, but I love it, and I appreciate what your consciousness is that when we don't orient ourselves towards each other and mirror each other with the tools that we have, that makes a statement also. And it can make it just feel kind of more and more disconnected and less present. So, yeah, thank you for that. Just trying to be conscious about how people are feeling us in our avatars in addition to how we feel looking at them. Lovely. All right. Well, we're getting a pattern. So, Thea, you want to go next?
Yeah, I can go. Well, I think one of the things I'm having to resurface back into again is patience. So patience with kindness. Like I
Mm,
always kind of correlate the two again as like an
mm,
old song to play for any kind of connections to make.
mm. That's interesting. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Patience with kindness. I guess I've always thought about it like kindness with patience, but it's a new flavor to start with patience and then add kindness. Huh. Thank you. And Axel, what about
Mm-hmm.
you? What helps cook a good group for you?
I think what I've seen in another group is just transparency.
Mm,
Like when I like, especially if you're going through something, having somebody else there, being able to just listen, and then while you are trying to work through something, whether it be an anxiety, whether it be depression, all of that, just having someone there that's able to listen.
mm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Transparency as it's an interesting link because what you just talked about sounded a bit like
Yeah.
George is here. What you just talked about sounded a little bit like patience with kindness. And you also see that as a transparency. So that's something new as a flavor because that is one of our, I think, sub values. Is that one of our values? No, it is one of our core values, transparency.
Yeah.
So, yeah, fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome, George. Nice to see you. We're just going through norms.
Ah, has RSVP that this is why I didn't RSVP. I'm rather tired today, so
Oh,
I was genuinely uncertain whether I wanted to come or not. But I did keep that in mind, like looking at it, like, should I RSVP? Is this even a maybe? I'm so tired, I don't know.
oh, yeah. So
Well, it's good to have you here regardless.
there's always the maybe RSVP, and then there's the I'm definitely coming RSVP. Yeah, glad to have you here. And then I think we haven't mentioned substance use, so I'll mention that one. This one gets targeted intermittently as a norm for bridge makers because it is counterculture to almost every other community in here. Um, but we do this specifically because of the nature of what we are practicing and learning together. It can get very tangled to add substances to emotional fluency or group exploration of shadow, which is partly what we do in our meetings. And we slow down and we will sometimes have really hard moments together. But if substance use is happening, that can really lose the container basically, and then it can skew and just leave people with a feeling of like ick or lostness or like just kind of polarized emotions. Some people feel really good when they leave, other people feel really awful. So I've been in VR on and off, but quite a bit for the last 5 years, and I have seen this time and time again, and that's why we have that norm. And it's not always true for everybody in every group situation, but for bridge makers, that's the request. Please come as sober as possible and recognize that your presence matters here. Let's see, what's another one? Say hello, say goodbye. That's a norm that we do to acknowledge that, again, there's a culture about convenience and kind of like vibing in these spaces, which isn't bad, but it also can create escalating cycles of misunderstanding. And so when we say goodbye, we're practicing the routine of giving people the opportunity to have you ever noticed when people say goodbye, the response in the space will be tones sometimes in addition to words, where people are like,
Mm,
or oh, right? So
I
it's
do that
kind
a
of like,
lot.
yeah, it's like a little bell that we all get to ring to see,
I will go
hey,
talk to
yeah,
this one. She has been wanting to join. I want to tell her what's up. I think she will work here.
no worries. So saying goodbye is a little bell for us to listen to the resonance and see what we can say to offer a harmonious and also honest closing, especially if we have to leave early. And so when we forget to do that, it can just feel kind of like a big emptiness has shown up in the space. And so, as much as possible, trying to stay for the time that we're doing this, but also just being human and honest if we have to go, what that's about. What other norms do we have? Did
Did you
we get in?
mention recording?
Oh, no. Yeah. Why don't you say that one, Carl?
Sure. Also, I figured out how to mute with hand tracking.
Nice.
Yeah, so these events are recorded and live streamed to YouTube. There is an expectation of privacy with that, though, as much as that may be contradictory. If you do say
Okay.
something or discuss something that you would want, not living forever on YouTube, you can always message Ruth about that, or whoever is
Robot
recording for
corner.
that event. And that gives the opportunity recording for that event, watch the event, or watch. I know I've sat in the car at work on breaks and popped up the event that was going on a couple times.
Nice. That's good to hear, Carl. Yeah. It's about accountability, transparency, and stewardship, but we do record and live stream. I've noticed that as we've put that rule in place, I've had way less requests to review and like a lot less fear about what happened, because if people do have any concerns, they can immediately go look at what they said because it stays up. And many times it's not as scary as you think, even when you've had a vulnerable moment. You're all technically very masked. There are no name tags. Um, this has been working out. So, yeah. Okay. I think that's
Well,
the
and I will say on that same note, if you're going to discuss something, to do with your community, and maybe there's something, specific, do your best to
anonymize
speak of
it.
that in a general way, not name names or
Yeah,
anything.
absolutely. Thank you for reminding us on that. It can feel sometimes like,
Great handle with that.
it can feel like, I'm leaving details out that I have to say because they matter to me. But it's a good practice to learn how to name the bones of whatever is glitching without attributing any detail, because a lot of times these are patterns that show up in our life multiple times. So think about the pattern that it could be and name the pattern versus this person or this community. Um, it can be a lot richer to leave the details out technically. Theo, did you raise your hand?
Yeah, I just thought of also one of the norms that wasn't mentioned is the use of emojis so
Oh
that we can
yeah.
always have
Yeah.
responses for one
Thank
another.
you. That's right. Yeah. It's a good reminder. Sometimes in these events, especially like where we're doing some deep sharing and listening, we can feel a little passive, like, what am I really doing here? But using emojis are a way to just let each other know that we hear each other. It's a reflective listening technique, and it helps me figure out who's actually feeling really quiet. Because even when I'm feeling quiet, I can usually muster an emoji here and there. George is typing. Oh yeah, and then we also do
I'll
text.
just say it. I've been bringing that norm to other groups, and it's really nice. I feel like
Oh
it adds a lot to a space. It adds that sense of celebration
yeah,
and a way to convey not only that you're noticing something, but how it's impacting you, um,
yeah, yeah.
like as an audience member.
it's a feedback loop for me too, right? When I put an emoji out to be like, oh, I had that feeling so much that I was ready to release that. I stand by my emojis. Or maybe we immediately apologize. No, no, not that one. But yeah, yay. So we're just to catch you up,
I'm very glad
happy.
to have not misclicked yet.
Yeah. We're just
I
catching.
have so many risky ones.
I bet. Wow.
It's just
And Axel, do you know how to find your emojis? Checking in.
No.
Okay. On desktop, Carl will tell
R
you. R. Okay.
brings up a radio wheel, and then you can go to what is it? It's just
Expressions.
emoji and
there is
stickers.
a no.
Yeah.
There's a section for it now.
Yeah, it's its own,
Oh,
and you can also
emoji.
do it
Right.
just from the quick launch pad and set one of your wings on the outside to emojis.
I keep forgetting about those.
Mm.
Yeah, I have my left wing as avatars and my right wing as emojis.
Wings?
Wow,
Interesting.
this is really useful.
I don't know what wings are, but I'll learn
When you
in
bring
the
up your quick menu,
Mm-hmm.
on the left and right
Oh,
side,
there's a
there's a little
wing.
fly out.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Weird. So I can
See,
change
hey,
that.
trying to make sure you know stuff, and
And
she's
then Hay
learning on
is
her own.
learning stuff. That's right. Oh my God, that's so much easier than using the radial menu. Look out,
Yeah, the
everybody.
only complaint
All
I
the
have for the
emojis.
avatars one is it doesn't give any confirmation, so I'll like switch into giant avatars by accident sometimes.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's interesting.
Oh, is this just single click?
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Oh,
Well,
yep, it's just single click.
we are all
Huh.
normed up, buckled up, ready to jump into our sharing tonight. So, what we do for this next part is we talk about a pain point or something that's bothering us about what it's like to be a community builder. What's one thing that's just, what would the Southern phrase, getting your gizzard or
Sticking your
rocking your
craw.
shoe, sticking in your craw? That's it. Yeah. What is just choking you right now and just feeling like it's stuck and it's not moving and it just maybe is a pattern that you've seen before or, just an ache. It can be an ache in the body or the heart, but this is a place to share that and not spin it into positive or it'll get better. The goal of this period is just to be witnessed, which is different
Hmm.
than judged or fixed. Witness is a practice of bringing presence to what hurts and not pretending or assuming that we have the answers for each other. And so, yeah. So for our time slot to do this, I would encourage us all to kind of make the goal of sharing for about 1 to 2 minutes. And then we're going to have everybody listen to this, and somebody, hopefully, in this group will raise their hand to volunteer to reflect the other person. We're going to do it popcorn style just because we want everybody practicing this listening. And the reflective listening is just basically saying, what I heard you say is, and then repeating back what we heard. And then the second part is, did I get that? So what I heard you say, did I get that? That's all it is. Very simple. And we'll coach and remind you if you're not sure. Who would like to share their pain points?
I feel like I start us off a lot, but that probably is something bad about my seat at the moment. But I recently managed to get a Patreon set up so that I can get more support for my worlds.
Nice.
And now that I have that, it's this pressure I'm feeling to to preface, Trex, I think you were there at the time. We got the bad news a few days ago. My dad's cancer is far more intense than we thought. It is not surface level. The surgery did not get rid of it. It is the cause of all of his problems with his eyes and that, which means I just have this really intense pressure to make my community grow and to start profiting from it, which And I got the Patreon set up and it's supposed to start happening, but now I have this really intense pressure to make sure that works.
Wow.
And so I put all this effort into my new world and it is not doing well. It
Wow.
is definitely my best work by a long time and it is doing really poorly. I
Hmm.
thought it would be an instant smash hit, but it is doing. There has not been much.
I see.
And I'm just, yeah, I feel like maybe that growth is going to be a lot more difficult than I thought when I really
Gotcha.
need it.
Wow.
It's a
Yeah,
pretty big one, I know, but
it
yeah.
is. Thank you for sharing, Volka. Who would like to try reflecting a Volka back?
I can go.
Okay, Carl.
Yeah. What I hear is the kind of just the frustration, the disconnect between. I mean, you've got some very difficult things going on, and to a degree, we expect that you put in the work and you get the you know reward. You get you pay off for your due diligence, and sounds like you're trying to do everything you are supposed to benefit from the work you're putting in, but unfortunately there's a lot of luck, I think, to that, so it can be very difficult to kind of those two things, to get to B, get the audience, get the exposure.
Mm, mm.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
did I get that? Was there anything I
Yeah.
missed there?
Yeah. That's
Mm.
basically it.
Mm.
Pressure of it. Yeah.
The
Well,
pressure, that's, yeah.
mm. Yeah. So there's a second part to that,
And
which
dread.
is you had a big piece of news come up recently. Your dad is
Hmm.
dying of cancer, and you're wanting
Hopefully
to.
not dying, but he's at
Mm,
least going to lose an eye to it, I think,
wow.
which
Yeah.
is, if you're not, and we have savings, but they are being burnt through very quickly.
And so that.
Potential radiotherapy or no, immunotherapy could be 100K. It's unfunded.
Wow.
How am I supposed to get 100K?
Wow. That's so intense, Avalka. Thank you for naming that.
Yeah, maybe a bit much, but that's what's going on.
No, I
We're staying
mean,
strong.
this is real talk time. So thank you for
Mm-hmm.
being real. And that's so intense to imagine anybody losing an eye, but just somebody close to you,
Mm.
especially. Yeah. Ooh, so I'm taking a deep breath and wondering who else would like to check in with their pain point.
Me, me.
All right, George.
Before I get into it, I just want to say one more thing. It's like the cancer is giving you a huge debt that you had no choice in making.
Mm,
Mm.
mm, mm,
And
yeah.
Yeah.
so I started college this week, which has been going phenomenally. And
Mm,
the topics have been, um, they are very adjacent to political matters, and my views are very different from those of my family and my parents and such. So I noticed while visiting them recently, I there's a lot of disconnect between us in those views, and that's been developing over the years pretty naturally, that drift between us. And the pain point is the fact that I tend to bring that up. And
mm,
I did that again today, and I like look at myself. It's like I'm not really being present with my family in a loving, caring way. I'm bringing politics into our discussions, even though I know where that will go.
wow. Thanks,
Mm.
George. Who would like to try reflecting George back?
I think I can keep going on that. Yeah, it's just you feel like you have. Oh, I'm here. I'm here. Okay. My cable's being weird. Okay. You feel like you just have to at the same time hold them accountable a little bit for, like, these are people you're close to, these are people you care about, and seeing them delve into, I'm assuming, being a little more hateful hurts. But at the same time, you are, this is your family. You're trying to connect with properly, even despite these differences. There's just that, I've had it myself, there's that conflict of interest between yourself. Wanting what's best, wanting to connect to your family, and then not being able to because of how they are changing apart from you.
Yeah.
Being
Yeah,
exposed to different
definitely,
things, I suppose.
definitely the word conflict. I feel that greatly. And
Mm-hmm.
coming here reminds me that perhaps we can build some bridges, even shaky ones, instead.
That's lovely. Yeah, the thing I heard also there was sharing and then instant regret. Like going, oh no, I started down a path. I know where this path ends. Why did I do that again? And now I have to follow this path. And so there's that kind of loop inside that's painful. Yeah. Thanks, George. Who else would like to share their pain points?
I guess I can go.
Okay, go for it, Axel.
So, as I have touched on a while ago from when I first did this, I'm working on my thesis currently, which is a full-length play, and I am finding myself at a standpoint where I don't quite know where to go. It's mostly because I'm getting into the heavy situations that some of them deal close to what I went through, like pains and situations, and I just don't want to present the material in a way that seems disrespectful to others. I think is the way that I'm gonna phrase that. So I've just been feeling a lot of burnout, a lot of stress surrounding this project currently.
Wow.
And my pain point is I don't know how to move forward.
Yeah, I feel that one in my belly. Who would like to reflect Axel back? So Happy or Theo? Would you like to try?
I'll go.
Okay.
Yeah, so this thesis is a lot of work on presentating your spirit and your passion and your work into something that still needs a start, or still needs a baseline, or still feels a bit not there yet, and you're a bit exhausted with having to hold it so perfect to your standard a little, and that can be very difficult to deal with, like hoping that others will like it, or hoping others can give it back in a way that solidifies your reputation and your image, rather than feeling like it will get crushed up. And that's not very easy to work that hard, but the fact that you are trying is more than anything.
And so Theo, you were there, and then you kind of went into the validation end, which is not as much as what we're doing, and maybe that landed for Axel. But the last piece is a question. Did I hear you?
Right, right. Did that resonate well with what you said?
Yes, it did. Thank you.
Yeah. And the piece I heard you end with, Axel, is that you're feeling pretty stuck. And
Yes.
yeah, and that's where it's hurting. It's not just the actual thing you're trying to do, but the stuckness that you're in. I'm tired. Yeah. Thank you for sharing. All right. Who else would like to share? We're down to Happy or Theo. Wait, did Carl go?
Yeah, I still gotta do my
Yeah,
pain
you
point as
haven't.
well.
Yeah. So,
I can go now.
okay,
We need a volunteer.
sure.
And I feel like mine's a little nebulous. Kind of just feel uprooted a little
Mm,
bit with schedule shifting at work has made like how I'm fitting in with bridge makers a little more difficult since we do so much on Sundays, and uh, we're also kind of starting up the process of buying a house and moving, and
mm,
been living here 8 years, pretty much most of my kids' life.
mm,
Uh, so there's just a little uncertainty in the air, and kind of, maybe reevaluating some things, figuring out, on the even on the physical side of like, what do we keep, what do we get rid of.
mm.
So the
Yeah.
just feels I'm a very creature of habit and routine, so
Mm,
a lot happening at once, it feels like.
mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Carl. So, yeah, Axel or Happy, would you like to try reflecting Carl back?
I guess I could try.
Sure.
Um.
You are
So
good to
what?
just chill and listen if you'd like. By the way, I know it can be a little overwhelming. Just checking in with you.
Hmm.
Apologies.
Go ahead, Axel.
So what I heard is that you're at a kind of like a point where like everything's kind of shifting a bit, um, and the trying to figure out where the focus is at and what should be the top priority. I think is what I'm hearing. Is am I getting that right?
Yeah, it's definitely a big element of it. I mean, I'm giving up a good amount of the house buying control, just letting my wife deal with all that because it's stressful, and I'm often asleep during the times when all these calls and meetings need to be made. So since
Mm,
I work nights,
mm,
but yeah, just the, like you said at the beginning, the shifting, the just kind of feels very unsteady right now.
mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, there's a key word in that of uprooted, which felt pretty powerful. And and there's a thing with roots when we get uprooted enough that's called root shock, which can make roots have a hard time actually taking in nutrients again, even when they're put back in soil. So just being gentle with yourself that way. This is disruptive. You dig your roots down deep and you feel the rhythms. So this is going to be
Yeah.
unsteady. Yeah. Thank you, Carl. All right. Happy, do you want to share anything here? Just what you're going through?
I'm kind of unsure what to talk about, and my brain's a bit foggy, so it's maybe just best if I listen, if that's okay.
Yeah. Okay. It's nice to hear your voice. Foggy brain. That's also a community blocker sometimes. I
Yeah.
can't think straight. Yeah.
I can never think straight.
Nice. Yeah. You think in rainbows.
That is for women.
Um so yeah, who else needs to go? Is it Theo? Have you gone?
You and me.
Okay. Yeah. Would you like to share?
Yeah, I could. This is something I wasn't sure if I should share about because I thought, well, that's a really old story to like pop into my head again. But I thought, hey, it might be a good story to talk about. There was it's so minuscule, but I always keep memory of a lot of very specific things. So there was this one time when I was still doing a lot of my Team Fortress 2 stuff. Um, I had I had gone through like they have this community thing where you can trade items and like get money profit from it or whatnot. And so I had really tiredly, like maybe 3 in the morning, and this was, I think, back in high school. So this is like a very old story that I'm talking about. But I was just thinking about it today because it's kind of a weird, touching story that has to relate to how me and my mom are getting constant spam calls.
Mm,
So like scammers and stuff. And that's what
mhm.
this story is kind of about is I had talked to somebody who I had given all my items to. Very very unclear. Like my mind, of course, like 3 in the morning. I couldn't think at all. What I was should be have done, and I just gave my items out of spite, and then it got really heated behind me in the discussion. The guy that he actually checked my address because I started to sound like suicidal to him, and he called the police to almost restrain me.
Whoa.
And this was back when I was, I think, 15, 16 or something. But I think I was thinking about that story recently because a lot of the time, too, when you interact with a scammer, a lot of people I've known personally have had some pretty shitty scammer situations where they lose a lot of money to the scammer, and that's what that guy did that night was like uncaring, making so many jokes about me dying, but then called the police to restrain me, thinking that I was going to those years, and I it's just an interesting story to bring up. 'Cause I still don't know how to process it.
Hmm. So I hear a story there, but I'm trying to connect it to the present. What brought that up for you?
Oh, well, and my mom's getting these scam calls like constantly.
Mm.
And and I had one moment this summer where I lashed at them really really
Mm,
badly
okay.
because some they brought up my name like somehow in the call, and it really scared me. And I
Mm,
thought to myself, well, like obviously they're gonna be a part of my life, but it just kind of freaks me out sometimes when these scammers are trying to help, but they act through so many lies.
wow. So I will do the reflective listening back. I hear that you had a call in the middle of the night with somebody who asked you for a lot of details about yourself and you gave them, and then
Yeah,
they called the police on you. And so every time a scam call comes in, it reminds you of that moment and how violent and dangerous it became. And it's hard to, especially if you get triggered with like people finding details out about you, that not to spin into that fear of where is this going to lead. Did I get that?
yeah, the yeah, actually a lot of fear of like what information am I sharing is going to be used against me, or people lie to me in my face to get to be closer to me and then kick me out on the side of the road, like kind of
Mm,
lasting friendship or connection. And yeah, it does hurt trying to worry about that. But I also know it's important to talk about too.
Hmm. Yeah. The idea of, so sometimes when we get really traumatized by something, the association with the danger can actually start to bleed to other places. So you just went from talking about scammers calling and getting your data to now the feeling of fear of people calling themselves your friends and getting your data and what is going to be used later to hurt you or discard you. So that's kind of that bleeding of the hurt over here is now transferring to these other places. Did I get that?
Yeah, I really am afraid of that. That is
Yeah.
my biggest fear.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear ya. That's a heavy one.
Yeah.
Um,
That hits
mm,
close to home.
yeah, especially in here. All the masquerade ball we're all in, and hoping that we are building relationships that don't blow up at the end and can actually last. It's very hard. Okay, well, I will share my pain point, and we can do kind of a new thing that I don't think we've done before, but I've talked about it before, which is listen for a keyword in what I'm about to share. Ideally, everybody comes up with one word that is is kind of a variety, right, of what came up when you heard me speak this. And I actually don't know what I'm about to say. I have so many community pain points. It's like a pastry shop of pain points. So let me go find the Danish pastry pain point. I'm going to pretend I'm going to associate that with something. What is hurting for Heyu about community building? It's somewhat adjacent to Theo's, but there's a whiplash that happens in relationships with me where people idealize me. They will even saviorize me, motherize me, deify me. It has a whole gradient, but there's a type of framing me through more than rose colored glasses, like very sparkly, whatever. And there's a part of me that, you know, works with that and has learned how to tolerate that as a projective force that connects, but also remind myself that that is a projection and that's not my truth. I identify as human, in case anybody else is wondering. Um, and what happens though is because I don't bond with people through that and buy into it, it twists and it flips really quickly. And so, 1 week ago, somebody was saying to me, they shared with me these really intimate screenshots of like how they were feeling about me and talking to AI. And it was really lovely and soulful. And this is a leader. And I just appreciated their vulnerability. And then yesterday, they're telling me, I don't want to associate with you as a human person or as a leader. You're just not somebody I believe in. And that's a relationship I've been building for probably about a year now. And to watch that flip that quickly was just, it's really taken up a lot of mind space and heart space and just this incredible shock space of going, now I have to not just process that as a human being and as a leader, but also having a protectiveness for my community and knowing what cancel culture looks like and how quickly that can turn from hey you're worthless to me to hey you're a threat to me and I'm going to go out and target you through other people. And so that happens. It's tough and it happens more than I can process sometimes. And is very discouraging for me as a community builder to
Hmm.
invest sometimes dozens or even hundreds of hours in people, and that's how they close with me. Even when I tell them that that might happen ahead of time, just because I'm seeing the flags and just saying, let's talk about closure process, just in case you're feeling done and don't know how to say that. But I haven't found a good way to help people exit out of relationship with me very well so that they don't flip into, you've turned into my worst nightmare. Ah, run from you. Um, so yeah, I'm hurting. I've just been holding on today and breathing through it. So, yeah, one word. Try to stay with one word. I know it's hard. What did you all hear? Anybody?
I just got
Identity? Tolerating?
in the.
Okay.
Do we explain the word or just
Nope.
explain what we got from the word? Just the word.
Just one word. Just one word. Identity, tolerating. What else do you hear?
Shock.
Shock. Thank you. Yeah, that's very real. Theo.
Misunderstanding.
Misunderstanding. Yeah. 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 And Happy or Axel, do you have a word you'd like to share back? No requirement. I'm curious.
I got too invested and I forgot to think of a word.
It's okay, and you can still think of a word now, like just with whatever you were invested in. That's okay. Yeah, Axel, I heard you turn your mic on. So what did you hear?
Yeah, mine comes from a teacher standpoint when we were learning about when I was learning in a psychology class. But the word that I got was ending.
Ending. Yeah, that hits my heart chord. Yeah. On roads where you see it say, one lane will end here, or it'll say, road ends ahead. I don't get the signs many times. It's just like cliff, or oncoming traffic raging at you. And ending is tough. Does not flow well many times. Okay.
Tunnel painted onto the wall sort of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no
cartoon style.
warning.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
And I'm sitting there and going, okay, we hit a bump. And they're like, this is over. We are done. You are despicable. And I'm like, wait, what?
The amount of communities that have gone that way for me.
It's stunning. It's like a flash burn of
yeah,
like inverse
Nobody
projection.
should ever have to just join an instance with people they thought were friends and see every name turned white.
That's tough. That's tough. And Happy, what about you? Did you find anything? It's okay if you didn't.
Like a word?
Mm-hmm.
I guess. Like, morality?
That's interesting. Morality. Yeah. I feel hungry when you say that word, like a sense of missing morality, missing a shared agreement about how we treat each other. Somehow that goes out the window when it comes to me many times. So thank you for hearing me with your words, everybody. I'm still pretty heavy from that. I appreciate the witness. It's stunning how many waves I've been through of this already, and trying to not be completely re-traumatized, validly re-traumatized with how these things can spin further, and also trying to just keep breathing.
I just realized this is a skybox I've used in multiple of my worlds already.
Oh, nice. Do they also have a blinking moon?
It's part of the image. No, it doesn't. They've added the moon back.
Nice.
I don't know why I've done that.
Yeah. So the second part of our evening is usually where we go on a world hop, and we ask ourselves a question about the worlds we're visiting. How does this world make community? How does it form community? How does it break community? How does it like actually harm community? Even most of the time, not intended, right? We could probably drum up some worlds that are intended to break community, but most worlds are meant to
Oh,
hold community. So
I have something. I have something that's going to be very interesting for this, actually. I found some friends in it yesterday, and it's got to be one of the most community breaking worlds I've ever seen.
wow, okay. Well, thank you, and we'll get it on the list. I'm trying to still remember how to figure out. Is anybody here on Quest only?
I don't think we have anyone on Quest now.
Nope.
Oh, cool.
If you bring up your launch pad on your menu, your small
Yeah,
hand menu,
yeah.
when underneath, like next to people's pronouns, and the hand shows whether they're interactable, like on the nameplate.
It'll just show a
So,
little Android icon if they are on Quest.
right. So no
Oh,
icon is PC, but then there'll be like an iOS or Android one if they're on one of those.
Mhm.
So you have a
It's a lot of
purple
movement.
icon. What is that? But your
That's
That's
the
PC,
that's
PCL.
the performance. That's the
trust level.
rank
Oh, okay.
trust level.
That's not
This
what you
is
meant.
at the bottom.
Oh, the
So the little
hand. I
hand
see.
one
I
is
see. I see.
right beside the
Gotcha.
hand. It'll
Yeah.
just have like an extra window that just says Android,
Okay.
and that'll show
Gotcha.
that someone's on Quest or iOS if they're one of the 10 people who play VR chat on their
Yeah.
phones.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Cool. Okay. Well, that opens up some possibilities of worlds that I've seen in the last few days that are pretty fascinating, and I'm doubting anybody here has seen some of them. So I also have a few I can bring us to. But yeah, Avolka, why don't you drop your world? And we usually will just spend.
Sure.
Oh, and actually, hold off. We'll start with this world. So let's walk around just for a minute and ask ourselves the question: how does this world make community, and how does it break it? Right.
I like the island.
Like check. Like
And there's a
check past.
floating sky island up there.
Yeah.
Oh, that is cool.
There's a teleporter.
Skybox looks really weird without the moon in it.
Yeah.
So you seeing it with the moon.
Right. Huh.
There's just like a moon as part of the skybox. I have no idea why they got rid of it.
One
Maybe
of the
this is a version that
teleporters
doesn't
goes
have
to
it.
the moon.
No,
Oh.
really? Ah.
We're in a very high day.
Wow. So we're in the moon now. Whoa.
Away from the world.
This would totally be
I
something
see
I would
why
do.
Wait, this is literally just the moon hideout from Furry Hideout. This is just literally Furry Hideout. This is just
That's
okay.
funny.
And I think
Hold on, I'm really curious about something. Favorite
can't actually go
avatars,
in it.
debug avatar. Okay.
This
Let's see here.
is like the
Oh, I
Truman
forgot I'm
Show.
tiny.
The moon is in the
Info,
sky.
utilities.
I still need to watch that show.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Or it's a movie, not a
movie.
show.
Yeah. So I'm gonna try going to the island. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Look at that. Wow. It's actually kind of cool looking. So much prettier from above.
This is the island.
Yeah, they're really suffering from lack of nearplane or lack of farplane.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can totally you can totally extend that in the descriptor. They just didn't know how to. I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah. It's actually really beautiful from up above, but I feel like we didn't actually get to any of those spots. So I'm gonna jump down and see what
Hmm. Oh.
happens. Whee! Oh, there's these little huts. That's really nice. I like that.
It's cute.
Yeah. And this feels like it was
It
probably
leaves a bit to be desired, but that's just my world creator brain talking and seeing the low resolution baked lighting.
right. It also feels like it was made for Quest, right? Like this
Yeah.
is very Quest friendly.
Yeah, this
To be
is
fair,
nice.
things that look low quality aren't necessarily made for Quest. I make my worlds with Quest in mind, and I put a little bit
Mm,
more resolution into things, I suppose.
yeah, that's true.
These do not have backface culling on.
So it definitely has a lot of spots for people to snuggle
Mm-hmm.
into and feel like they found their corner. It definitely has the world control, so it allows you to go many places if you need to.
Hmm.
Um, what kind of community is this world not good for?
Well, I think
Hmm.
if you want to kind of do anything more formal and use the inside spaces, they're also barren. That it's
Ah,
very liminal.
yeah,
Yeah.
backrooms version a little bit. Yeah, so that
Mm-hmm.
there's kind of an emptiness to this world that can feel unwelcoming, kind of thing, of like not sure where to snuggle into. I also think that
Yeah.
the the pathways up to the top roof area, the pathways maybe even to the different spots, those cannot be great
Mm-hmm.
for new users because they
There's
don't.
very much no like this feels like just a ton of stuff. There isn't
Mm,
much like planning between it. Like, why is there a random tent here? You have to swim to get here. There is no path. You have to go in the water to get here.
that's
It
true.
just feels
It's
like
a
a
Yeah,
lot of
it's a
stuff has
soggy
been put
tent.
together.
yeah, it's a
Not much
But
of
soggy
it's
it
tent.
a,
really fits
but it's
together.
cozy. It's a
Can I
cozy
jump it?
tent on the
Oh,
island.
you
Like,
can jump it. That's their logic,
like
probably. You
There
can
you
make
go.
the
that's kind
jump.
of nice.
Oh, look at that.
Oh wow!
Hey, see, we even found answers. See, the
That's
tent on
great.
the island was the perfect position.
If people can jump, right? This could make somebody nauseous, just even one jump. So,
Yeah.
yeah. And we get the big bed and another bed out there. You
Oh,
know,
I didn't
there's
see this part.
there's pieces about this that I do appreciate. I'm glad you showed us, Carl, because I think that there's a neutrality to this space that doesn't feel like too clicky. It's really just laid out for community. It'd be great for a big workshop where small groups need to break out
Hmm.
into different spots in the world. Um, but yeah, it's really interesting. Carl is exploring the blanket island. And over here, the moon doesn't flicker. So that's interesting. Just in the entrance, it
Yeah,
does.
it's right up near the
Yeah,
far plane.
edge. Yeah,
So yeah, they should have just moved it a bit closer.
yeah. But I do appreciate the creation of this space. I think there's a lot
Hmm.
that does work. It almost feels like a if you were going to give somebody a 101 on VR chat culture that shouldn't be the black cat, but like
Hmm.
it is a spot to say like, hey, in VR chat, there's a lot of cozy beds and nooks and crannies to hang out with people, and this world embodies that. And there's also tons of is it sakura trees, like cherry blossom
Hmm.
trees. That's very
I
common
know
in
the
here.
exact prefab.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen that one
There's a lot
actually.
of unmodified prefabs
Yeah,
in
yeah.
this world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who else
Hmm.
has a world? Oh, Volca
I
does.
have something.
Yeah. Okay. Volca.
I would like to drop the portal to this world, and I'm not going to introduce it at all. And
Okay.
we are going to go there, and I want you to try and figure out what it is.
All right.
Because when you realize what this world actually is, it becomes a little bit. It's a lot to talk about. You
Interesting.
may have seen it. It is this.
Oh, I haven't been to it, but I've wanted to go to it. So sure.
It is very concerning.
Oh, here we go. Okay.
This is one of the most strange finds. Take a look
Really?
around and let me know if you've figured out what's going on.
Okay. We're gonna wander around, getting some dropped frame rates. Oh shit. These are
It
people.
is not the most performant.
That's crazy.
Are these people actually
These are
alive?
these are actual VR chat players. They are not dead.
Oh no. Oh no.
I know.
The hit list.
It's
It's a
I
vengeance
guess it's a
list.
way of yeah, something like
Wow.
that.
Wow. This is definitely a way to say we're over. You know?
It's supposedly his way of coping with friends who have cut him off.
Yeah. I mean,
I've
talk about.
been talking to some people who are in communities with the creator of this world, and he is very weird, very quiet, and yet argumentative.
Yeah.
And very much one of those people stuck in that loop of constantly breaking friendships off because they don't ever see problems in themselves. Seems to be the TLDR.
Mm.
And I suppose this world kind of shows why.
How?
As an American, I got a little unsettled checking out the author's profile.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, the author's profile adds to it.
Brother Jonathan. Okay. Oh no.
Just, oh no. What's really funny
Oh
is how many
no.
mutual groups I have with them. And the groups they're in boat. Why are they in
Yeah.
boat?
No.
Cerulean Forest.
I'm even now more scared to find out if there's like a majority of these people who maybe have are not white. Uh, but we don't know. And
I was in an instance when I found this and a few other people on the graves were like people that the group knew as quite nice people.
good.
So this just seems to be people have cut this guy off and this is how he's coping with it.
Yeah.
Which is just, I don't know.
You know, I mean, a
I
different.
figured this would provoke some thought.
Carl's running around and being like, "Is this my friend?" You know, this is I would say this world is a reflection of punitive justice in our moderation tools. And so when all the tools were given, you know, what do they say? When all you have is a hammer, everything becomes a nail. So when
Yeah.
I was looping there for a second.
oh, glad you came back.
Welcome
So
back.
this is unfortunately what happens when people don't get modeled healthy closure, and then they also don't learn how to practice it themselves. Is it becomes a, you know, all these people were haunting this person on the inside, and
Yeah.
they gave
I
them
was
a.
thinking you would resonate with this quite well, with given what you shared earlier.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Well, not in a positive way, but you know.
You know, I did meet a creator who has a very interesting world structure and community system where he builds worlds within his world for each of the friends in his life. And so there's a code to get into the world. Otherwise, you just stand outside of a broken lighthouse or whatever. But if you can get in because you've been invited in, people hang out in their different dimensions or whatever. And I finally met him and I said, take me to the world, the part of this world that nobody ever asks you about and you never show, but really is the most pressing in your mind. It hurts your heart or you love it so much. And he took me to this gorgeous kind of rice paddy jungle that just seemed to stretch on forever. And then there were gravestones buried in the grass. but it just was one space for one person who vanished on him, and he doesn't know what happened to them, but he replaced the world that he had made for them with this grave area. So if this person ever came back, they could see that he had tried to make a space. He had an epitaph, it had words on it. He had tried to make a space of saying, I had to let you go, but I still want you to know you're held in a beautiful place. And so I think that there is a pattern of doing that in here. I've seen multiple worlds like this. And for somebody who is brand new to VR chat or whatever, this could be a terrifying world to come into, or to
Yeah.
discover
It
your own
is
name in this
really
space.
popular for what it is.
Yeah. My
Like,
guess,
it's,
my guess is
yeah.
it's actually just the shading and aesthetic that we all are grayed out, that it embodies that
Mm.
pain. But yeah, any other reflections in your bodies or in your hearts on what it feels like to be in this world?
I also kind of know John. It surprised me seeing Tarot Frog on the list, and I've heard the story back and forth. So it's been like kind of a divide for me because it's for a different group that some of these people have also been harassing that group because they don't like sort of some of the leaders or the community members, and so it's kind of like been a very odd situation to be in the middle of sometimes, but I've had my personal space to try to redirect some individuals that are a part of John's circle. So it's kind of like
Oh,
interesting seeing this
I've met this person.
again.
I'm remembering this now. Interesting. Well, yeah, thank you for bringing us here. I think there's a lot of ways it could be so much worse and more violent feeling. But did anybody read this over here? Big epitaph, like orientation.
Oh no, I
Oh yeah,
never did.
yeah.
It's just talking about different psalms and Bible
Uh,
verses.
I believe this is also one of the friends that helped make the world.
Okay.
Because
Well,
Mm.
that's
John had
compassionate.
showcased the world for me too.
Yeah, that's compassionate, building closure. Look at that mountain. It's interesting as far as an
Does seem to
emotionality.
me
Yeah, go ahead,
It
George.
does seem to
Mm.
me that this world was the author's way of processing the grief, a grief
Hmm.
that they feel very strongly.
Yeah, and there is some courage in putting all these people's names together, because technically
Yeah.
this sets up a support group for all the people that maybe feel harmed by this person. They can all come to the world and
Yeah.
be like, there's my gravestone, there's yours, etc. And like, how do we
Mm.
work through the patterns that maybe we all saw, and what do we want to do to invite a
Mm.
different outcome for other people who may encounter this author?
Mm.
So there is some courage in that, but also some risk. uh yeah,
I
but thank
also
you.
find it quite funny
Mhm.
that every single picture is the person's avatar put through an AI.
Oh,
It's
really?
all AI
Yeah.
generated.
I
Yeah.
think the
Oh.
They've just
statue's
taken the
also
person's
AI
avatar.
too.
Oh, wow.
The
Interesting.
statue? One way to find out, single way to find out if it's AI.
I meant the one in the back.
In the back? Well, let's take a look regardless. See, where is it?
Okay.
Shaders, overlays.
Interesting that Portal
There
is
we
too
go.
close to a user.
Oh, yeah, this is AI. I
How can
think
you tell?
that's
Oh,
very high poly, and it's all subdivs. You can
whoa.
kind of tell by the topology on some things. So let's take a
Whoa.
look at the statue up here.
Is
Interesting.
the topology kind of like, does it lack symmetry to it and have
It
kind of
lacks, yeah.
Wow.
Hmm. This is just messy. I'm not sure. Doesn't look AI though. It has some
John said it is AI.
Yeah, I've seen
It's definitely
versions of
hard to
that.
tell for me.
Look at this. Even the portal out of here is gray. Everything's gray. This is an
Yeah,
interesting world.
post-processing.
So check this out.
Hmm.
It's an old one, but fascinating. Okay. Has anybody been here?
No.
No.
Yeah, you're gonna probably really like this, and you're probably gonna be very excited by this world. And hold off on the correlation pieces that you may resonate with.
Yeah, because I already recognize something already, and I'm
Yeah.
thinking, is this from that game?
So this actually isn't from a game. There's an interview with this creator on Upload VR that a friend of mine sent me, and then we came and explored this yesterday. Be careful about clicking anything
Oh.
because if you do, it'll just take you right there, and then we'll be separated. So
Alright,
Jester's
so
rock. Carl's just like,
there is
look.
a find your friends thing as well.
Oh, it's there. Oh, great. Yeah.
Yeah, there's
So
this here as well.
this world is just tell you a little bit about the creator. He has worked on some of the coolest movies that I've ever seen. Oh wow, that wasn't there yesterday.
I believe it is on its way
know
here because
about
someone
it?
pressed the button to
Yeah,
call
I've
it.
been here before, so I
Been here
know how
before?
to summon it.
What?
Yeah,
How
This
did
is
you
call
find this
Anu
world?
the Sky Whale, right here.
yes.
I almost clicked it
Brace
myself.
yourselves.
Interesting. How did you find this world, George? Because it felt kind of like a lost
My
world.
improv community took me here a long
Nice.
time ago, probably a year and a half or 2 years ago.
Oh. So, is this whale going to do anything or just like moan at us and keep going?
I'm gonna blast.
Suppose we shall find
It's
out.
not going to eat us.
It's not
I can
gonna
tell
eat
you
us.
that.
That is
Okay.
good. I don't spoil it. That is a very large whale. Having a whale of a time, I say.
Yeah. Looks like a spaceship. But the creator, if you don't know this, his story of this is literally that in his teens, he communicated with an alien who sent him all the images of this world. And he didn't have the technology at the time to actually create it. So he waited for a decade or a couple decades until he knew the technology was there. And then he built what he was shown. Whoa, that's crazy.
Hello, creature.
I feel like we should all get a selfie with the whale behind us. Y'all wanna face away from the whale for a second. And
I
then
don't like doing that.
it's
Okay.
Gonna eat us.
it's gonna eat us. Yeah.
You're in for a jump scare, Carl.
Oh, look what it's
No,
about
you're
to
not. You'll
do.
be fine.
No, nice. What's interesting?
quickly.
I thought I got
This
it,
is
but
fucking gross.
my
I'm seeing it take a lot of photos.
my filter
Oh,
just
God.
got
Hi.
really
There's
weird.
the shadow.
Hello.
Yeah.
Oh. Are you sure about the eating thing?
It's been a while.
Whoa. Nice. You're like, it
Oh, it's
might.
just a tube.
Is anybody else's camera being
Just a
funky?
tube.
Nice. It's just
Well, cameras can be funky. Hello.
Like-
Oh, yeah, it's a hole right through the other side.
So, do we kiss or what's going on?
Is this-
I've flown through it before.
is this considered
it's a
consent?
peaceful-
Oh my god.
Oh. Bye. Bye, weird whale.
Farewell.
I don't know why my camera is being so funky. I'm gonna try opening it again. Whoops. That's not what I meant to do. Going to come back here.
It is a boat. Very big, strange boat.
It just vanished. That's so cool. All right.
I still see it.
So we got screamed at.
Oh.
Yeah.
Or something else. Who knows what bodily function makes that sound?
Yeah. I heard the honking. So my camera has
That-
turned really funky, and I don't know how to get it unfunkified. It looks like
that
I'm
could
in a.
just be the world.
Really?
Oh no, it's
Is
it's
yours
been doing
funky?
fine for me.
Uh,
Mine is alright at the moment.
huh. Mask,
Strange.
green screen,
Yeah, it
pen.
seems alright.
Yeah, I don't. I feel like I have to reset something or whatever because it's looking like
Wait,
we're.
maybe it's. Did you like put it in the water at all? Because there's the swimming prefab. Maybe that messed with it.
No,
Oh,
I wasn't in the water. No, it just I was standing here and I accidentally clicked something, and now we all look like we're
Cube.
tripping on acid. How do Happy Axel? What do you feel in this world? How does this make or break community so far?
I think there's a lot more to see.
Yeah, there's that.
There's caves.
Yeah, it's definitely got a lot going on.
Oh, I found it. Yeah, the filter got changed for some reason. What about you, Axel? How do you
would do it.
feel?
It's very spacious.
Yeah.
That's how I feel, just spacious.
Expansive. Yeah, so
Well,
now... Oh, go ahead,
Well, you
Theo.
did, yeah. No, it's funny. You were like, "Don't say anything yet, Theo. I know you're gonna nerd out." So
I did.
I thought this like reminds me of Hylix video game. I thought that's what this was from. But when you
Oh.
told me the story about the
Mhm.
creation of this world, I thought to myself, like, this
Hello.
is
Nice to see
this is
you.
definitely like a piece of the puzzle of that guy's experience that sounds really, really, really interesting. I'd like to like read up that story and 'cause
Yeah.
I've never really had or gone and talked with people with those kinds of experiences, but I always try to like wonder about it. I've also heard news of the stories of people seeing aliens and stuff like that.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
it does trickle my fancy when I think about it.
Yeah. Nice.
Oh, there's like there's like a virus atom
Yeah.
on the map, I
There's
think.
Yeah,
they're kind of
coming out of this
spores.
thing in the water.
Yeah. Yeah. Armani, have you seen this world before?
It's my first time.
Oh, well, welcome. And for anybody
I
who
wonder.
Yeah.
Hmm.
is curious,
Should we go to about here and see what's inside this cave?
sure.
I want to go
Because
in
it
the
appears
chasm.
to go very
The
very
chasm.
curious. That would be.
They all
I
connect
suppose
each
we do
other.
the just.
Yeah.
I suppose we do the Jester's Rock Garden teleport, which should be just over there.
Oh, they
Okay.
go to
This
the
one.
ice cave.
Jester's Rock Garden. Go ahead and click that.
Okay, where are we?
Okay.
This way, I believe.
We're looking
You're
for
here, you
a
have to go up and
hole.
down in the water.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So there'd be a tunnel here.
Okay.
Down here. Oh. Oh yeah, this is a tunnel.
Mm-hmm. Did we lose anybody? Did Axel?
Not yet.
Make sure we got Axel. Axel, you around? Okay. I think we got everyone. I don't see Axel up there, so we might have lost him earlier, or let's see.
Axel? Is Axel still in the world?
I think so.
Yeah, Axel's still in the world.
Yeah. So this spot is so liminal. After you go through the liquid now, it's not bubbly anymore, and we drop.
I am glad we came down here.
Oh, Axel's up
There
top.
is a lot down here.
Yay, there's Axel.
George
I was
is
gonna
like running.
say that I noticed we were sticking close together in this world because of how expansive it
Yeah,
is. That sort
exactly.
of the realization that we could get
Mhm.
split up too easily
Yeah.
in this massive, massive world.
Mm-hmm.
I believe all this topology was AI generated as well. That's what I learned
Really?
last time I was here.
Cool.
That was just word of mouth. I've never looked into it.
That's interesting because the world was built a while ago.
Yeah, that was back when the AI, the creative tools were really starting to take off.
I think that the interview was from 3 years ago, and he said it had been built 2 years before that, all the way back to like 2017, I think. But I might be getting
Oh,
that wrong. Yeah.
oh, okay. At that
So,
point, then like
yeah.
it wouldn't have been AI tools. It probably would have been like them, I don't know, them generative
Maybe
random tools.
he's worked
Because
with
those have
like
been around for a while.
any major movie directors and whatever, and so he said he grew up with sculpting tools. Like since he was a toddler, his parents were both in computer graphic animation, and so he also has a really it's very fluid for him to be able to sculpt on his own.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah, it's a good interview. I'll send it later if you like. Axel is ahead of us. I love it. Right, this is where it
Got the
gets.
threshold.
And that zappy sound is kind of.
I remember this.
Very different vibes from the entrance.
Yeah. What does this part feel like?
The vibes have shifted.
The vibes have officially shifted.
Yeah, that's
Carl
one way to
agrees
put it.
so.
Or it's like this world's so fascinating. It reminds me of Junji Ito's like Uzumaki book series where they were being traumatized or cursed by the spiral, and eventually the entire town made a complete spiral that went underground, and there were a bunch of people who had spiral-esque limbs, and there were spiral paintings and sculptures, and this kind of reminds me of that a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, I have one of our other admins on Ancients has been working on a social Ancients world that's nearly done, as far as I understand it.
Okay. We can go there next.
Check that out.
I'm curious for a moment to just pause here and see, Armani, if you want to say anything, considering kind of your event, or how would you frame this world?
Well, first, if there's a great amount of contrast, I like the cell spaces being used. Like I just think of a lot of worlds with boxes or boxy shapes, and there's a lot of organic shapes, and you kind of feel it with your eyes too.
Yeah, I was just staring at it like a lava lamp.
It's kind of uncomfortable to look at, honestly, the way it shifts.
Now that's a lava lamp.
There is also a spiral that goes all the way up to the top, so we should be able to swim up to the top as well.
There is, yeah, and I've been through that. It takes a while to get up there if you can't fly. So we can portal out of here at this point, but I will encourage you all to come back here. Maybe even if I don't know if you're doing PC only hops, but yeah, Armani's gonna be doing a hop tomorrow, I think. Yeah, two different hops.
Two tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
One
well, I got the
Utah.
portal in my hand.
All right,
Here we
Carl's
go.
dropping a portal. The Ancient's
Let's see
Cave.
this.
More community events. Let's do this. It's like from one cave to another.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I haven't been in here since he added all these boards.
Look at this. Norms. The wall of norms or rules. World credits,
Hey Carl,
attribution.
the bloom affects your nose. It literally turns up the bloom on your
Oh my
nose.
gosh, that's so true. Your nose turns white. Huh.
Nice.
So,
Oh wow.
Volka, I know you and I were just briefly chatting about this online, but this is actually part of what I was describing to you, that community
Oh yeah.
spaces that have a funnel that we're starting in to orient the person to the bigger shared space
Mm-hmm.
tend to have better results around community dynamics. And so,
Yeah, I probably will share like the video of this with Dangle
yeah,
too, so
yeah.
he'll get to see anything anybody comments here.
Yeah. So this is much closer than I think I've seen any worlds do as far as like getting somebody ready to join a space. My hope eventually, as far as creating a culture of norming world spaces, is that these are rules, right? These are the don't do these things or else, but also like what are the little one sentence phrases that could be posted kind of staggered along the way of the culture we want you to embody. We want
Right,
you to
those are the
try to do these
don'ts.
things.
Maybe
Yeah, the
have some
do's.
do's.
Exactly.
Some news.
And having it, having some personableness to it. Eventually people might have an avatar that's animated telling you this thing. Having a way of interacting and getting the vibe and the heart of the space before we arrive in it gives people a continual chance to opt out. Like there's really specific communities in here. And so, like, I think about the ankle biters community, and I don't know what their norms would be, but I imagine as I'm walking, these scurried little, animations would be "Nah, nah, nah, nah," on my ankles. And that is silly and kind of funny, but it also orients me to how to pay attention to the space and the culture that they want me to see. Oh, there's a drawing board. That's really interesting too.
Oh.
And you can write your own norms.
Yeah. And it
I have yet to
actually finds.
actually do this.
I'd love to talk to your creator. Just period. Oh, is it actually tapping on the board?
No, it can
Oh, okay.
draw anywhere.
Right. Okay.
That's broken as
I
well.
just realized myself. It is an interesting pen that's got like an
That's
eraser
broken.
on the back of it.
That's cool. Okay.
Ah yeah.
Let's
One of
check
those
out the
ones.
rest of the space. Okay, so he's got posters set up. Maybe that's where the culture stuff could be. We ain't got
The
time to
movement speed is
explain.
quite high.
Oh wow, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
we're kind of
intense.
zipping around.
It's intense
Could be a
for
little much for
for
some.
newbies. Yeah. Yeah.
This
Prob-
is so sick.
he could be.
I will say the centerpiece is kind of like placeholder. That was for the VR Chat Pride event. That was like our
Gotcha.
flute for it.
I see. Yeah. He also might have the speed turned up just because he's cycling it a lot right now and
Right.
wanting to.
Yeah, be able to
Mm.
update, respawn, run to the thing he's
Yeah,
looking at
yeah,
over and over.
exactly. So this might change. That's really cool. Little plushie of ancients. And it's got a
Wait, where's the
bubble head.
cards?
That's really cute.
Oh, that's cute. Wait,
No
bobblehead.
cards, Carl?
We don't have
Bobblehead.
Fizzbones on the World SDK yet.
Mm.
I don't know what this gear
Impressive.
does.
You click on it
Settings,
from
I
the
would
front.
assume.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you click on it from the
Doesn't have
front, it's a
anything from the
UI.
backside.
It creates an
Ah, it's
audio
it's-
barrier.
nice.
Oh, that's interesting.
It's not. Yeah, that doesn't appear finished. It doesn't. Should bring up a settings menu, I'd assume.
Okay. Oh, yeah, look at that. That's interesting. And if
Audio
I'm
zone.
on
Okay.
the inside, I don't see the barrier come up, but on the outside, I do.
Ah, it's the audio. Oh yeah,
Huh.
it's a global. Okay. That's
Okay.
cool.
Wow.
It's the yeah. Private.
So this is like
There's like a fan fiction-y kind of lore.
of
Like
ancients.
the ancients versus the
Nice.
brush kids.
Oh my. But yeah, there's some orientation to this. I appreciate that.
Yeah, that's nice.
Mm. Huh. So it's like an ancients hangout space, it sounds like. Feels
Yeah.
like. Yeah.
We've had many people ask, like, why don't we have an ancients world?
Hub
And
world. Yeah, yeah.
it's always just been, well, no
This is
one's
it.
made it. So
Right.
Dangle finally did.
Finally Dangle. Thank you, Dangle. Nice.
The
Yeah.
bobbleheads.
I know. I love
That's
the
cute.
bobble. It's very rubbery. It's very cool. So
I have this as a printed piece.
do you really?
From Cauliflander, yeah.
Oh. So how does this world make or break community? We've talked a lot about making, and we get to be gentle because it's in progress. How does it break community? And break doesn't have to mean bad. It can actually just divide community up so that community doesn't feel really like.
I have one.
Yeah, go ahead.
I noticed there's posters everywhere, but those posters are only for events within the Ancients server, and it also laid out norms at the outset, like a few that stood out to me as things that are allowed in other servers but not here. But then navigating, there's posters that are only within the server, so it kind of gave me I don't know what the term was, but it kind of gave me the feeling like if a person doesn't quite fit in this community or find what they're looking for, what now? Are there even answers in this
Oh, look at
community?
that.
Is it even safe to
Interesting.
ask?
Yeah.
And that
That is a
was
good
my
thought.
experience in the Ancients. I
Yeah.
was like, and I found that at improv, but at that time, I had to kind of look on my own.
So that's a lovely, and this is what you and I were chatting about a little bit, that there's an entrance point and there's an exit space. And that exit space has doors to other places. It has a place to donate to the creator. It has an honoring of here, you can get away from everything and maybe just be in a quiet place, but you can also leave the space if you need to and not feel like you're just like blowing out on people. So those are some really good comments that again, full honoring of this creator. Like they're much further than I see a lot of worlds as far as like the norm setting. But that other space that maybe would be tucked in the wall somewhere or whatever, so you knew people could see down into the space, but it's also very separate from the main hangout space, would be kind of the finishing chapter to it. So, people
kind
might.
of contrary to the whatever that place was. We were the German community place we started in. It had a lot like nooks. This is kind of just a big arena.
Yeah, but
I should be able to see where anyone is at any time.
Exactly. Yeah, I also really like that. Visually you can hide out in this space and not be facing everybody at every time. You can kind of bump into people, and it's magical to some degree. I love the couches and the big TV. It's very kind of hideout esque. Um, for me personally, I would love to have that secondary spot be in a place that feels like it's got the greens and the, open door outdoors or something so that I could have the relief of if I'm feeling buried down here. But that's just my own kind of balance perspective for aesthetics. Overall, it's a really lovely home space, and much appreciation to the creator to do this for ancients that has been around anciently and has never had their home space. That's kind of touching. Thank you for showing us,
Yeah,
Carl.
Singles made a lot of cool stuff. He's the same one that made the avatar I was wearing at Firefly, the
Yeah,
boomer,
yeah,
teenage
yeah, yeah.
boomer. It's a public VR chat avatar.
Nice. Let's come up to the cozy hangout here, and we're gonna do our checkout with our fire blazing. This is great.
Yeah, this is my favorite spot.
Mm,
Love a campfire.
definitely beautiful. My battery is being weird. All right. So this is for those of you who don't know, this is where we do our what we call appreciation game, which is basically an exercise in recognizing that everybody present has impacted everybody present in some way, shape, or form. And so we can all look in each other's avatar's eyes and find something about somebody else that grows us, that makes us think or see the world differently. So this is a place where we get to acknowledge that and weave our circle closed. The two guidelines to this is to throw the imaginary ball of appreciation. You can see hanging out in my hand here. Throw this to somebody who is least expecting it in that moment and will be most surprised to receive it from you. So looking for the person that isn't going to expect that and stretching ourselves to say, I can still appreciate this person, even if I've only heard their voice once or twice, or maybe not at all. So I'm going to put the ball right next to this cube here. And whoever would like to grab it first, go ahead and throw that appreciation ball. Nice. Oh, you're getting
I
the
actually
cube.
grabbed the cube.
Nice.
I'm the
Okay.
one person who can actually grab the cube.
Yeah, yeah.
I honestly, George, I really appreciate you sharing something that genuinely did in past hurt you a lot and has continued to hurt you. I feel like, well, as Ruth did as well, we don't get the courage to properly just share those things for the sake of sharing them too often anymore. And hearing something that did actively like cause you harm that you still felt comfortable enough sharing it's inspiring. It is.
Lovely.
That really, yeah.
Yeah. Thank you,
Yeah,
Walker.
I have a. Are we throwing the ball to the person we appreciate this time? I feel like
So
we do it differently.
usually, yeah, you throw the ball first and then you offer the appreciation, and we're all figuring
That's
it
fair.
out.
I do
So
actually have a ball. Wow.
nice.
Woo!
Boing.
I overshot.
Thank you for saying that. And that's one of those things that's gonna take time to sink in.
Mm,
Um, like I heard that, and I'm sitting here like, whoa, what did I just hear? Whoa, what did I just hear? Did I hear that? I'm gonna think about this more. So thank you.
mm-hmm.
Armani, I want to appreciate you for showing up later than me. And but no, the real reason was always reminding me of what it looks like to be a person who's just present with the space and with others and like really taking in these environments here. And when I listen to you, I can learn a bit more about what can be experienced in VR.
Mm. Mm. Yeah, that's
Thank
a
you.
lovely one.
Appreciate that. Oh, I'm thinking.
Mm.
Cause yeah, I was about to throw the ball. Let's see, I was gonna throw it to you, George.
George.
You say.
Mm.
Alright, so I'm bouncing it here. Always like to bounce that.
Dribbling,
I'm
dribbling.
gonna pass it over to
Ooh,
let's see. I'll pass it over to you, Carl.
Carl,
Thanks
catch
for
the ball. Ooh.
thanks for reminding me that I'm that I RCP. That's logistical. And then the other two is just this might be general, but I'll try to focus it to you, Carl, for the feeling welcome to the space, and also that it's this is like the home base, so it's very nice to have a chance to see you and like part of the community and see what you've infused into it and what this how much it shows what kind of intent a place like this has. So definitely tell it and it shows,
Yeah,
and I appreciate that.
I'm glad to share it. And the first bit is really Ruth's credit because she told me to remind you, and then the second bit is Dangle's credit. So I will share in it. And I think I will throw it over to Axel because,
Axel.
it sounded like you had a little difficulty getting your controls sorted and still a little new to things. So you're pushing through and, bringing your perspective on like being a writer and the things you talk about, working on your, I can't remember the term for it.
Play.
The play that's not the word I'm thinking. Like, word in my head is dissertation, but that isn't it.
The
Oh,
thesis.
thesis.
Thesis. Yeah.
Mm.
So, just, you told us a little more about it last time. I find that very interesting. So, thank you.
Yay.
Well, thank you.
Mm.
I am going to pass it over. I think I'm gonna go to Theo.
Yo.
Just because like from like the very beginning when I was sharing and everything, like you didn't have to, but when you responded to me and then it added like more of like the validation, I it I felt like a release, and I kind of got a bit more of like a drive, and so I feel like now when this is all said and done, and having taken the time in all these different roles just reflect on what you had given me, I'm going to go back into looking at my work that I've done and reevaluating how to move forward in this newfound perspective that you have given me.
Oh, thanks, Axel. Yeah.
Very nice to hear. Very nice. And I wish you the best for that new perspective. I will now give the ball. Let me get the ball first. I will give ball to Vic.
Oh, who did you send it to? Happy?
Tricks.
Okay,
Yeah,
Tricks.
or Happy.
Yay.
Yeah.
Catch the ball, Happy. Woo.
I'll send it again here.
Oh, there you go. You got it. Yay.
Welcome to your first time coming to the meter. Welcome. And there's a lot. Thanks for coming to the World Meetup. Like, it's a very beautiful space to have more new people come by. But I really enjoyed the respect and honesty to be an observer tonight and to let the space have the floor. I thought that was very admirable. I appreciate that.
Yay. Okay.
It's nice.
So Happy you can pick anybody
welcoming
here.
spaces.
Yay.
They exist in VR. It's possible.
Mm-hmm.
So where would you like to send the ball, Happy? You can pick anybody. And it just doesn't have to be big, just something that calls your heart.
I think I will pass it to you.
Woo!
Oh.
Yeah,
I got it. Yes.
because
Oh,
I got
somewhat realistic.
I just want to say that, like, when I first joined, I appreciate that. I was kind of just standing there at first when I joined the instance, and
it.
you already gestured for me to like come closer to join like the couch, where I could even like
Yeah. Snuggle up.
yeah.
Aw, I'm glad that that landed for you. Sometimes people are like, "Oh no, the teacher's pointing me at a chair," but you know, it can be weird to step up to a circle and just not know where to be. So I'm glad that landed. Yay! Woo! So it's my turn. Woo! All right. So let's see. I'm going to send this to George. Did you get it already? I don't think so. No. Did
George
you?
Yeah,
got it
I
already.
already
Oh,
got
you
it.
did. Okay. Okay.
I'm the only one left.
Oh,
You have no
Volka,
option.
you
It must be me.
yes. Okay, Volka.
Oh, ah, hit me in the
Oh,
head.
yeah,
God damn it.
smashed you.
Ow.
Okay, you got it. So, Volka, I appreciate the noises that you make. You have emotion in your voice, and a lot of people get trained out of that very early in their life, and they never pick it back up. It was very uncomfortable for me when I had to like put that in my language. It took me probably a year or two to really learn how to let that be a different way to give people feedback. But I had good models. And whenever I see it out in the wild, I'm like, don't lose the language. It's really, really important. Uh, when we make those sounds, even though they can feel sappy or whatever, the criticism in our brains that blocks us all from doing them, right? When we make those sounds, we make it safe.
I refuse to unlearn being human.
Yeah, it's a very human
As
thing
much
to
as
make
people will try to.
those noises, and those noises tell us about the emotions that we're all kind of in together. So it's basically a way to get some points with saying I'm present with you. I hear you. I see you. So thank you for being present with us. Every week you come back here, I feel you like less root shock and more like
Yeah.
rooted.
It was I think you know, some people heard the sort of like situation that got me into this group in the first place was some very intense root
Yeah.
shock, and I'm definitely feeling myself beginning to be able to, you know, draw nutrients from the soil again and actually be present in spaces again. And I
Exactly.
think
Yeah.
specifically being here has been even helping me feel that with other places.
Wonderful.
And that's
Yeah.
it's growth,
So
and I'm happy
yeah,
to see it in myself.
and it's lovely to. It feels like going into a greenhouse once a week and just seeing the growth. I mean, like, oh, Avalka is spreading the roots out even more. I can feel your body landing. So it's an honor to watch,
It
witness.
feels like a reset point, you know.
Mhm.
Every Bridgemakers meetup is like, okay, I end my week there and I start the next one to sort of
Lovely.
see what
Lovely.
growth I'll have next week.
And also thank you for sharing about your father. I think that you know, in VR talking about intense things, especially people who are in danger of death or loss of their body, you know, like there can be a fear of trauma dumping, a fear of like, where do I get to say this and it not feel like a grab for people's attention. And
I don't like the term trauma dumping, or at least how it is
I don't
used
either.
now.
Yeah.
It's like the moment someone's trying to be vulnerable, it's just turned into trauma dumping as some negative thing.
Exactly. Yeah.
Feeling safe somewhere, feeling comfortable in someone's presence should never be a negative.
Which mostly I
And
believe
I hate
that
it keeps being turned into that.
Yeah, the flag when people are saying trauma dumping is really the word they're saying is I'm overwhelmed and I don't know how to be present right now. And so then it goes into, oh, this is toxic. Oh, this is drama. Oh, this is trauma dumping. And so I love how you owned that. And I feel closer to you and your father and your life situation knowing that story. Yeah. Well, that is our circle, I believe. Did we get everybody? My brain is not tracking with the spinning pineapple as much today. That pineapple, every time I look over, I think about Wilson from that movie.
Castaway. Yeah.
Castaway. Yeah, I think about Wilson, but just like this is Wilson's dream that kept Wilson bobbing in the ocean was to come be near the disco pineapple ball. So
it took a lot of iterations to get it.
I bet
shiny like that.
Yeah, it's got an interesting shader. Before we grab our photo, I just wanted to offer Armani, because you are our next event. Do you want to say anything else about what you're going to be doing and what kind of worlds you're going to be going to tomorrow?
Yeah. I won't spoil the world. So okay, kind of. Other than it's gonna be a contrast, different contrasts. So, other than that, it's gonna be more of just a variance between 4 to 6 worlds to go to in about 2 hours, and hosting both EU and US times. So it's 11 a.m. At the 9 a.m. Pacific time, and then 6 p.m. Or 7 p.m. Eastern time.
Yeah.
And yeah, 2 different events, but they're all kind of centered around figuring out what worlds are telling us, kind of like we're doing tonight, except I'd say since we're dealing with different time constraints, it might be one person per world talking about experience, and then we discuss from there.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, we'll do that, and we'll also be doing that in conjunction or in partnership with Fireside. So a chance to meet up with different community members while we do that.
Yay!
It's kind of like I'd say what's the best way to describe it? It's like it's because it's my first time doing it. It's gonna be more of an introductory bridge makers kind of group, you know, so
Yeah.
a chance to exchange a little bit.
Yay!
Culturally. Yeah.
I love that. I'm glad you're doing that. And I will probably be watching on stream, but I'm really excited to follow it tomorrow. So let's get a group photo. Where shall we photo ourselves? Carl, do you think there's a good spot? We're going to get, this is our sneak preview. So we're getting maybe the first group photo in the new Ancients Hangout world.
I got an idea.
Kind of fun.
On the platform there with the pineapple-y thing in the back.
Okay.
Yeah, if we like stand there, or even just right here, facing that way.
Yeah, because then
I don't know if it's
the pineapple will be behind us.
The bean bags are here. Let's see.
This works. The pineapple looks like an avatar who traveled with us too. That is wow, look at that. Oh, you're such a colorful crew. I'm always just like, my heart gets really warm when we do this part. Okay. All right, what's our word for tonight? Anyone can shout it out.
Caves.
Caves. All right. Caves. Yay. Oh, so good.
Caves.
Yes, caves. All right, so this photo will be posted on our Discord. Let's say goodbye to our viewing audience.